Sin piedad, no mercy. That is what the streets showed me, so that is what I learned to expect. Sin piedad. The street do not, the street do not care about your mother's prayers. Do not care about your plans, do not care about the stairs. You come to get out and just pull your back down. Sin piedad, that is the law of this town. I seen a good man fall for a bad man's lie. Seen a young one taken with the mother's cry. Seen a father come home to a door kicked in, and the street just shrugged like welcome begin. Again from nothing, from the dirt, from the cold. Sin piedad and the story get old, but they do not stop, they keep grinding slow. Every generation learn the same thing. They know that mercy is a thing you find in the church, not on the corner, not in the search for a way to feed the family without the risk. Sin piedad and the street got a fist. Sin piedad, the street do not bend. It take what it take and they never pretend. Sin piedad, and they never look back. Every man on the block got a scar from the track, so I stopped asking mercy from the concrete floor, and I gave it to myself, and I walked out the door, because the only piedad you ever gonna get is the kind you build inside your own chest. I was cold once, colder than the street. Matched it, met it, beat for beat. If it showed no mercy, then neither would I. And I hurt some people and I watched them cry, and I told myself it was the only way. Sin piedad, that is how you stay alive out here. That is what they said, and I believed it till my brother was dead. And I stood at the grave with the cold in my hand, and I realized I had become the thing I could not stand. The street that made me in its own hard face. Sin piedad, and I lost my place, so I put it down, the cold, the fist, and I picked up something the street had missed. A little mercy for myself, a little for the next. Sin piedad was the disease, and mercy was the tax. Sin piedad, the street do not bend. It take what it take and it never pretend. Sin piedad, and it never look back. Every man on the block got a scar from the track, so I stopped asking mercy from the concrete floor, and I gave it to myself, and I walked out the door, because the only piedad you ever gonna get is the kind you build inside your own chest. La calle no perdona, la calle no olvida. The street does not forgive, the street does not forget. Yo, la calle no perdona, pero yo sí, but I do, and that is my only debt. Now when the young one come to me with the ice in his eyes and the anger and the price already paid in the way he hold his jaw, I do not give him a lecture and I do not give him law. I give him a plate and I give him a chair, and I let them sit and I let them stare at a man who was colder than he will ever be, and got warm somehow and is sitting here free. And I say, the street is sin piedad, that is true, but you do not have to be. That part is up to you, and they do not believe me, not at first, not yet, but he come back, they always come back, and I let him sit again and again, till the ice start to crack. Sin piedad is the street, but I am not the track. I'm the man who got off it and turned around, and I am reaching my hand back down to the ground. Sin piedad, the street do not bend. It take what it take, and it never pretend. Sin piedad, and it never look back. Every man on the block got a scar from the track, so I stopped asking mercy from the concrete floor, and I gave it to myself, and I walked out the door, because the only piedad you ever gonna get is the kind you build inside your own chest. No mercy from the street, but mercy from me. Sin piedad, and that is the only way I found to break the chain. Frontera de Asfalto, asphalt border. There is a line down the middle of the city, and you can feel it under the tires. Frontera de Asfalto, yeah, yeah. Cross the river and the pavement change. Smoother on that side, buffer on our range. Same city, same sky, same sun, but the Frontera de Asfalto tell you where you from. On that side, the palm trees lean and the walls are tagged. On this side, the lawns are green and the flags hang straight, and the cops waving, the doors stay wide. And I drove across it once with my kid inside, and she said, Papa, why is it so clean? And I did not have an answer she could understand. Mean what I mean, that the line is not on the map. It is in the money, in the color, in the gap. Frontera Frontera de Asfalto, I feel it in the wheel when the road gets smooth. I know how they feel about us coming over with the bass too loud, so I turn it up louder when I make them proud. Frontera de Asfalto, drawn in the street. One side got the shade and one side got the heat. Frontera de Asfalto, and I cross it slow with the chrome shining, so they know I know they built the line. But they cannot hold it. Every lowrider that cross it is a man who told it. We are here, we are coming, we've been here all along. Frontera de Asfalto, and we cross it with a song. My father crossed the real one with the river at his knees, and he told me the asphalt one is worse than the trees, because the river you cross once and you are through, but the asphalt one you cross every day, brand new. Every job interview, every bank, every school, every time you open your mouth and they here's the fuel of where you from in the way you say your name. Frontera de Asfalto, when it is always the same, so we taught me to walk it like I own both sides. Head up, chin out, no place to hide, and it worked mostly. I got the job, I got the loan, but I never once forgot which side was home. And I go back every night, across the line, to the rough side, the loud side, the side that is mine, because the smooth side is nice, but it ain't got the soul. Frontera de Asfalto, and I know my role. Frontera de Asfalto, drawn in the street. One side got the shade and one side got the heat. Frontera de Asfalto, and I cross it slow with the chrome shining, so they know I know they built the line, but they cannot hold it. Every lowrider that cross it is a man who told it. We are here, we are coming, we've been here all along. Frontera de Asfalto, when we cross it with a song. De este lado, de aquel lado, la misma ciudad. This side, that side, the same city. De este lado, de aquel lado, la misma verdad, and the same truth, and it ain't pretty, but the line is moving slow. I seen it, the smooth side got the taco truck now when they mean it, and the rough side got the coffee shop with the glass door, and the kids from both sides sit on the same floor at the school my daughter go to when they do not see the Frontera de Asfalto the way it looked to me. And that is good, that is the point, that is the plan, that one day the line is just a thing an old man talk about on the porch when the young ones roll their eyes because they crossed it so much it lost its size. But until then I drive it slow with the bass, and I'll make sure both sides see my face. Not angry, not scared, just here, just present. Frontera de Asfalto, when I am not a peasant, I'm a man from the rough side with the smooth side job, and I cross the line every day like a lie. Frontera de Asfalto, drawn in the street. One side got the shade and one side got the heat. Frontera de Asfalto, and I cross it slow with the chrome shining, so they know I know they built the line, but they cannot hold it. Every lowrider that cross it is a man who told it. We are here, we are coming, we've been here all along. Frontera de Asfalto, when we cross it with a song. One city, two sides, Frontera de Asfalto, and I got a set of keys for both. Ella sabe quién soy.
She knows who I am,
All of it, the before and the after.
and she still opened the door.
I met her after, not before that matter. After the years, after the scatter of everything I was into, a pile on the floor. And she walked in and she did not ask for more than the truth, so I gave it all of it slow. Every name, every night, everything she should know. When I waited for the door to close the way it always did, and she just nodded and she said okay, and she hid nothing. She stayed, she sat, she poured, and I did not understand. I said, you heard what I said? And she said, I heard every word, and I'm still here. So what does that make you? And I did not have an answer, so she gave me one. A man who was done with the thing that he done, and who told me straight, and that is enough. Ella sabe quién soy.
And she called my bluff.
Ella sabe quién soy. All of it, no lie. Every scar on the record, and she still stayed by.
Ella sabe quién soy.
And she never flinched, never pulled the door, never moved an inch. A man like me, do not expect that kind of a woman who can see the whole and stay blind
To nothing.
and love it anyway.
Ella sabe quién soy.
And she chose to stay. They told me not to, my mother, my friends said a man like that do not change, do not bend. Said the past will come and it will bring the cold. And I said maybe, but I am not so, because I saw him tell it all of it straight. No excuse, no blame, no weight on nobody but himself, and that is rare. A man who owned it and just stand there. And I know what he was. I read the whole book and and I still see the man when I take a look at him at the table with the coffee gone cold, helping my nephew with his homework, bold enough to be soft in front of a kid. Ella sabe quien soy, he say, and I did, and I do, and I will, and I am not afraid, because the truth is the strongest thing he ever made.
Ella sabe quien soy.
All of it, no lie, every scar on the record, and she still stayed by.
Ella sabe quien soy.
And she never flinched, never pulled the door, never moved an inch. A man like me, do not expect that kind of a woman who can see the whole and stay blind
To nothing.
and love it anyway.
Ella sabe quién soy. And she chose to stay. Lo sé todo y me quedo. I know everything and I stay. Lo sé todo y no tengo miedo. I know everything and I am not afraid.
The past did come, she was right about that. A face from before pulled up where we sat outside the market on a Saturday noon. And he looked at me, and he looked at her, and soon he was walking over with the look I know. And I felt a hand on my arm, and she said no, not to me, to him she stood up first. Said he is with me now, and whatever it was, it is dispersed. And the man looked at her and looked at me, and something in him shifted, and he let it be, and he walked away. And I sat there shook, because she stood in front of the whole damn book of my life and said, this page is mine.
Ella sabe quién soy.
And she drew the line, and I never loved a person more than that.
Ella sabe quién soy.
And that is where I am at.
Ella sabe quién soy.
All of it, no lie, every scar on the record, and she still stayed by.
Ella sabe quién soy.
And she never flinched, never pulled the door, never moved an inch. A man like me, do not expect that kind of a woman who can see the whole and stay blind
To nothing.
and love it anyway.
Ella sabe quién soy. And she chose to stay. I know and I stay. Ella sabe quién soy.
And he knows exactly who I am too. Territorio, territory. Not the flag, not the wall, not the color. A place and the people who hold it. From the liquor store to the church to the wash, from the alley by the school to the lot with the mosque. That is the territorio, that is the ground that my grandmother swept and my father held down. Not with the gun, with the broom and the wrench, with the garden in the front and the fixed up bench, where the old men sit and the kids run by. Territorio, and I know every tie, every family on the block and what they've been through. Every house that got a story and the ones that got two. And when somebody new rolling with the plan, the territorial look at him and they'd understand what he want real quick before we park. And if he hit the build, we help him in the dark. And if he hit the take, the block go quiet. Territorial, and you cannot buy it. Territorial, this ground is ours, not on the deed, in the sweat and the territorial. And we hold it slow, every porch, every corner, every face we know. They can send the papers, they can send them in, but the block remember who was here back then. So plant your feet and know your name. Territorial, and it will never be the same. The developer came with a smile and a map, said the whole block was worth a lot on paper, and that everybody could get out and get paid. And some of them did, and I understand they was afraid, but most of us stayed, most of us said no, because the territorial ain't a thing you let go for. A check for a house in the valley with the lawn where nobody know your name and the neighbors are gone. Inside by 6 and the street is dead. Territorial is the opposite of that dread. It is loud and it is close and it is in your face and it is family, and you cannot replace that with money. So we sat on the porch and we watched him leave with his map and his torch, and he will be back. They always come back. Territorial, and we hold the track. Territorial, this ground is ours, not on the deed, in the sweat and the territorial. And we hold it slow, every porch, every corner, every face we know. They can send the papers, they can send them in, but the block remember who was here back then. So plant your feet and know your name. Territorial, and it will never be the same. Nuestra tierra, nuestra gente, nuestro nombre. Our land, our people, our name. Nuestra tierra, nuestra gente, y ningún hombre. And no man gonna take it, no matter the game. My son asked me if the block was worth the fight, if it was worth staying when the money was right. And I took him for a walk on a Sunday morning, and I showed him every door with the story forming. This is where your grandmother taught the neighbor kids to read. This is where your uncle fixed the cars for free. This is where the block came out when the fire hit. And this is where they stood when the water lit. And he got quiet and he looked at the ground and he said, I get it. This is not just a town. And I said, no, mijo, this is Territorio. This is where we come from. This is the whole story. And you can leave it one day if you want, but it will never leave you. It will always haunt the good way, the way that make you strong. Territorio, and you carry it along. Territorio, this ground is ours, not on the deed in the sweat and the Territorio. And we hold it slow, every porch, every corner, every face we know. They can send the papers, they can send them in, but the block remember who was here back then. So plant your feet and know your name, Territorio, and it will never be the same. Our ground, our people, Territorio. Do not have a line for that.
Barrio de mi alma.
Barrio de Mi Alma.
Neighborhood of my soul.
Neighborhood of my soul.
I've been to other cities,
And none of them had my heartbeat. I left once for a year for a job out east. Big money, big building, big glass, big feast. And I had an apartment with a view of the freeway, and I could not sleep a single night. I stayed too quiet, too clean, too far from the sound of the ice cream truck and the bass in the ground of a wagon rolling by at 10 at night. With the oldies bleeding through the window light. Barrio de Mi Alma, I felt it in the chest, like a rope pulling me back to the nest. And I told my boss I was done, I was going home. And he said, you crazy, you gonna leave all this alone? And I said, this ain't nothing, this is glass in the view. Barrio de Mi Alma got the thing you never knew. He got my mother's kitchen and my father's shop, and the whole street of people who would never let me drop. Barrio de Mi Alma, in my blood, in my bone. Everywhere I go, I carry it home.
Barrio de mi alma.
And it call me back. Every time I stray, it pull me to the track. They can show me the money, they can show me the view, but the barrio got the thing that the money cannot do. It know my name, it know my face.
Barrio de mi alma.
And it is my only place. Drove back down the highway with everything I owned in the trunk of the car, and my heart on the phone. Calling my mother every 100 miles, saying, Ma, I am coming, and I could hear her smile. And when I turned the corner and I saw the block, the same crack sidewalk and the same broke clock on the church that ain't told the right time since I was 10. I pulled over and I sat and I breathed again for the first time in a year. All the way down, Barrio de Mi Alma, my beautiful town. Ugly to them, I know. I seen the look when I tell them where I'm from, and they close the book. But ugly is a word for people who cannot see the kind of beautiful that live in me, in my street, and my people, in my broke down clock. Barrio de Mi Alma, and I am back on the
Barrio de mi alma.
in my blood, in my bone. Everywhere I go, I carry it home.
Barrio de mi alma.
And they call me back. Every time I stray, it pull me to the track. They can show me the money, they can show me the view, but the barrio got the thing that the money cannot do. It know my name, it know my face,
Barrio de mi alma.
and it is my only place.
Mi barrio, mi alma, mi corazón.
My neighborhood, my soul, my heart,
Mi barrio, mi alma, mi canción.
my song, and it was there from the start. Now I got to shop on the same street as my father when I hired the young ones, so they do not have to bother with the choice I almost made. The choice to leave, because you can leave and come back, but you grieve the year you missed, the birthdays and the deaths, the Sundays and the fights and the last breaths of the viejos who go while you are out of state. Barrio de Mi Alma, and I know what is at stake, so I stay and I build and I plant the tree in front of the shop for the ones after me. And when they ask me why I never left for good, I point at the street and I say I could. But then who would be here when the young ones fall? Who will be here to answer the call? Barrio de Mi Alma, that is my whole reply. I'm here because it is mine, and it will be until I
Barrio de
die.
mi alma.
In my blood, in my bone, everywhere I go, I carry it home.
Barrio de Mi Alma.
And they call me back. Every time I stray, it pull me to the track. They can show me the money, they can show me the view, but the barrio got the thing that the money cannot do. It know my name, it know my face.
Barrio de Mi Alma.
It's my only place. Broke life, crack sidewalk.
Barrio de Mi Alma.
And I would not trade one brick of it for the whole state. Ojos Frios, cold eyes. You can tell a man's whole story by how long he holds your stare. He walked in the shop with the ojos frios, the kind you get from too many adios. At too many funerals before you turn 20, the kind of eyes that seen enough and plenty. And he asked for a job and he did not blink. And I looked at him long and I did not think about the record or the ink or the walk. I thought about the eyes and I let him talk. And he did not say much, just I need the work. And I said okay, and I watched him lurk by the door like a man who do not trust the room. Ojos frios. And I know that gloom because I had it too at his age worse. The eyes that see a threat before the first word come out of anybody's mouth. Ojos frios, that is what the street bring out. Ojos frios, and they do not thaw, not with the years, not with the law. Ojos frios, and I know the look because I wore it too. Before I close the book, they see the danger before the danger see them. They see the exit and the knife and the hymn of everything that could go wrong tonight. Ojos frios, and they never sleep right. 6 months in, and he still do not smile, but he show up early and he stay a while after the shift sweeping, fixing quiet. Ojos frios, but he do not deny it. When I ask him how we doing, he say I am here, and that is a lot from a man with that fear. And one day my daughter came by the shop, 7 years old with a lollipop, and she walked right up to him and she said hi. And I saw something happen in the frozen eye, a crack, a flicker, a little bit of light, and he crouched down slow and he said, alright, what is your name? And she told him and he nodded and she gave him a sticker, and he took it and he plotted where to put it on his shirt like it was gold. Ojos frios, and the ice got a little low. Ojos frios, and they do not thaw, not with the years, not with the law. Ojos frios, and I know the look because I wore it too. Before I close the book, they see the danger before the danger see them. They see the exit and the knife and the hem of everything that could go wrong tonight. Ojos frios, and they never sleep right. Hielo en la mirada, hielo en el pecho.
Ice in the gaze, ice in the chest.
Hielo en la mirada,
Pero no en el lecho.
but not in the deep. And that is the test. A year later, he got a woman in the room, and he still got the eyes, but they ain't all gloom. They got a little warm in the corners now. When he look at her, when he look at how his life turned into a thing he can hold. Ojos frios, but not all cold. And he asked me once how I knew he was worth it when he walked in with the ice and the dirt. And I said first it was the eyes, mijo. The eyes told me that you were scared, not bad, and I could see the difference because I stood where you stood. Ojos frios, and I knew you was good. Under the ice, under the walk, under the stare, and he did not say nothing, he just stood there. And then he said thank you, first time in a year. Ojos frios, and I saw a tear. Ojos frios, and they do not thaw, not with the years, not with the law. Ojos frios, and I know the look because I wore it too. Before I close the book, they see the danger before the danger see them. They see the exit and the knife and the hem of everything that could go wrong tonight. Ojos frios, and they never sleep right. Cold eyes, warm hands. Ojos frios, and the ice melts slow, but it melts. Cruising con la muerte. Cruising con la muerte. Cruising with Dale. She been in the passenger seat since I was 15. And I finally learned to drive with her there. First time I felt there was a Friday in June. Homie got hit at the corner store at noon, and I was standing right there with the soda in my hand, and I felt her sit down next to me. Understand, not a ghost, not a movie, just a wait. A cold spot in the car, a shadow at the gate, and she never left. She just rolled along, cruising con la muerte. Every single song, every light I caught, every block I took. She was there in the mirror with the same still look, not threatening, not rushing, just present, just near. Like she was waiting for the day and the year. And I used to be scared, used to drive too fast, like I could outrun her, like she would not last. But you cannot outrun the thing that rides shotgun. Cruising con la muerte, and she always won. Cruising con la muerte in the passenger seat. Every street I roll, she is riding with me. Cruising con la muerte, and I stopped being scared because a man who see her every day is a man prepared. She do not rush me, she do not push. She just sit there quiet in the leather and the hush. And I drive slow now, I drive with respect. Cruising con la muerte, and I know what to expect. My uncle told me once before he passed, said, "Mi Hija, the ones who see her, they last longer than the ones who pretend she ain't there, because they drive careful and they drive aware." And he was right. I seen it, the loud ones go quick. The ones who never felt her, they take the trick of the fast life and the fast lane and the fast end. But me, I feel her, so I do not pretend. I buckle up, I check the mirror twice. I do not race, I do not roll the dice on the yellow light with the kids in the back. Cruising con la muerte, and I know the track. She gon' get me one day, that is the deal. But she gonna have to wait, because I hold the wheel, and I hold it steady and I hold it slow. Cruising con la muerte, yeah, she can't wait to go. Cruising con la muerte in the passenger seat. Every street I roll, she is riding with me. Cruising con la muerte, and I stop being scared, because a man who see her every day is a man prepared. She do not rush me, she do not push. She just sit there quiet in the leather in the hush. And I drive slow now, I drive with respect. Cruising con la muerte, and I know what to expect. La muerte va conmigo, pero yo manejo. Death rides with me, but I am driving. La muerte va conmigo, y todavía me alejo. And I am still pulling away, still surviving. My woman do not like when I talk like this. Say it is dark, say it is a curse, say it is a risk. But I tell her, baby, it is the opposite of that. A man who forget her is the man who go flat on the Tuesday in the car at the light too fast, because he thought he was the one who would last. But the man who see her, who feel away, he drive home every night and he do not stay late. And he hug his kids longer, and he call his mother, and he tell his woman he love her, and he tell his brother, because he know the passenger is patient but sure. Cruising con la muerte, and they make it more, not less. More alive, more here, more now. Every block a gift, because he know how it end, and he ain't scared, he is just awake. Cruising con la muerte, and that is what it makes. Cruising con la muerte in the passenger seat. Every street I roll, she is riding with me. Cruising con la muerte, and I stop being scared, because a man who see her every day is a man prepared. She do not rush me, she do not push. She just sit there quiet in the leather in the hush. And I drive slow now, I drive with respect. Cruising con la muerte, and I know what to expect. Passenger seat, patient. Cruising con la muerte, and we got a long way to go before she take the wheel.
Promesa, mi hija,
A promise to my daughter,
made at 3 in the morning.
with her asleep on my chest. She was 6 pounds and she fit in one hand, and I stood in the hospital and I could not stand straight. My knees was gone, my whole body shook, because I looked at her and I saw the book of everything I did wrong and everything I could. And I made her a promise right there where I stood, not out loud in the chest where the real ones live. Promesa, Mi Hija, and I got nothing else to give but this, that she will never see the man I was, never hear the stories, never feel the cause of her mother's worry lines and her grandmother's prayers. She will only know a father who was always there, who picked her up from school and made the plates, who stood at the door and checked the dates of every boy who came around with the plan. Promesa, Mi Hija,
Promesa a mi hija.
And I keep it every day. Every choice I make it with her in the way.
Promesa a mi hija.
And it never bend. I will be the wall she leans on till the end. They can offer me the fast, they can offer me the loud, but I look at her sleeping and I am not that proud.
So I keep it slow.
And I keep it clean.
Promesa a mi hija.
And she is my whole scene. I watched him hold her that first long night. A man with tattoos on his neck holding tight to a thing so small she could break in the wind. And I saw his face change, saw the heart get thin, saw the boy come out from behind the eyes. And I knew right then no more goodbyes. No more nights waiting for the phone to ring. No more wondering what the morning gonna bring, because he made a promise. I saw him make it, in the way he held her, in the way he could not fake it. And he kept it every day, every year. He was at every recital and he was standing right here when she took her first steps and when she lost her first tooth. Promesa a mi hija, and that is the truth of a man who was hard until a 6-pound girl made him softer than anything else in the world.
Promesa a mi hija.
And I keep it every day. Every choice I make it with her in the way.
Promesa a mi hija.
And it never bend. I will be the wall she leans on to the end. They can offer me the fast, they can offer me the loud, but I look at her sleeping and I am not that proud.
So I keep it slow.
And I keep it clean.
Promesa a mi hija.
And she is my whole scene.
Por ella, todo por ella. For her, everything for her. Por ella, mi estrella, my star, and he never let it blur.
She is 12 now, and she is starting to see the ink on my arms. And she asks about me, about the before, about the names, about the past. And I do not lie, but I do not go fast. I tell her, Mi Hija, your father was lost before you came, and it came at the cost, but you was the map.
You was the road.
Promesa a mi hija, and I carry the load of every wrong I did, so you would not have to. And she looked at me with the eyes of a mother true, and she said, Papa,
I already knew. I can see it in the way you look at me too.
like you were scared to lose something, like you were holding on. And I said, yeah, mija, every day since the dawn you was born. And she hugged me, and that was the check. Promesa a mi hija, and I got her on my neck.
Promesa a mi hija.
And I keep it every day.
Every choice I
make it with her in the way.
Promesa a mi hija.
And it never been.
I will be the one she leans on till the end.
They can offer me the fast, they can offer me the loud, but I look at the sleeping and I am not that
So
proud.
I keep it slow.
And I keep it clean.
Promesa a mi hija.
And she is my whole scene.
6 pounds, 1 hand,
Promesa a mi hija.
and he never once put her down.
Sangre y concreto. Sangre y concreto. Blood and concrete. That is what the block is made of. One poured on top of the other. They poured the sidewalk in 1952, and the first blood hit it before the year was through. A man in a fight over a woman in a debt, and the concrete drank it and they never forget. Sangre y concreto, that was the recipe. Every block in the east got the same history. Layer on layer, year on year. The good and the bad and the love and the fear all pressed into the ground under the shoe. And you feel it when you walk if you know what to do. You feel the weight of everybody who fell and everybody who got up, and you cannot tell which is which anymore. It is all the same ground. Sangre y concreto, and it make no sound, but it hold the whole block on the foundation of the fallen and the ones who did not drop. Sangre y concreto under my feet. Every name I lost is pressed into the street. Sangre y concreto, and I walk it slow because the ground remember more than I could ever know. They wanna pour it fresh and pave it new, but the blood is in the layer that they cannot see through. So I walk it with respect and I walk it with pride. Sangre y concreto, and I know who died. My cousin went down on the corner by the school, 18 years old, and he broke the rule of being in the wrong place at the wrong hour. And the concrete took him like it took the shower of every other kid before and since. Sangre y concreto, and I still wince when I pass that corner, and I always slow down and I say his name to the piece of the ground. And the kids walk over it every day to class, and they do not know, and I let them pass because maybe they do not need to carry it. Maybe the concrete carry it and that is the whole of it. But I know I carry, I say the name Sangre y Concreto, and I feel the same weight I felt the day the news came through. And I stand on it and I hold and I do what I Sangre y Concreto under my feet. Every name I lost is pressed into the street. Sangre y Concreto. And I walk it slow because the ground remember more than I could ever know. They wanna pour it fresh and pave it new, but the blood is in the layer that they cannot see through. So I walk it with respect and I walk it with pride. Sangre y Concreto. And I know who died.
La tierra recuerda, la tierra guarda.
The ground remembers, the ground keeps.
La tierra recuerda y nunca tarda.
And it never delays and it never sleeps. But sangre is also what run in the vein of every kid who was walking to school in the rain over the same concrete with the same blood of the same families who came up from the mud and built this, all of it. The shop and the church, the park and the school, and the whole long search for a life that was better than the one they left.
Sangre y Concreto.
And it ain't just death, it is the sweat and the work and the birth and the years. It is the quinceañeras and the wedding cheers. It is the babies carried home from the hospital door across the same sidewalk that the fallen bled for. So when I say Sangre Concreto, I mean the whole thing. The fall and the rise, the loss and the ring, all of it poured into the same square feet.
Sangre y Concreto.
And it is my street.
Sangre y Concreto.
Under my feet. Every name I lost is pressed into the street.
Sangre y Concreto.
And I walk it slow because the ground remember more than I could ever know. They wanna pour it fresh and pave it new, but the blood is in the layer that they cannot see through. So I walk it with respect and I walk it with pride.
Sangre y Concreto.
And I know who died. Blood, concrete, sangre y concreto. And I will add mine to it one day, and the block will hold. Sombras del Bulevar, shadows of the boulevard. The ones who stand in the doorways, watching everything and saying nothing. Every boulevard got them, every strip, every block. The ones in the doorways who never check a clock, leaning on the wall with the hood pulled low, watching every car and every face that goes. Sombras del Bulevar, they ain't waiting for a bus, they ain't waiting for a friend, they ain't waiting for us. They are waiting for the thing that they know is coming, and they will be the first to see it and the last to be running. I was one of them, 117 and cold, standing in the doorway with the story untold, watching the boulevard like it owed me something, and it did not, it never did. It was just running its own life, its own lights, its own noise, and me in the doorway with the other boys. Sombras del Bulevar, and nobody saw us except the other shadows, and that was the whole cause. Sombras del Bulevar, in every doorway, watching the world go by in the same slow way. Sombras del Bulevar, and they never speak, but they see the whole thing. Every day, every week, you pass them 1,000 times and never look, but they got you memorized like a page in a book. So nod when you pass, give a little respect. Sombras del Bulevar, and they will not forget. Old man in the doorway by the liquor store, been there 40 years, seen it all before. He was a shadow when my father was young, and he is a shadow now with a slower tongue. And he told me once when I stood next to him, said, "Mijo, the shadows are the ones who win, not the loud ones, not the flash, not the fast. The ones who watch and wait, they are the ones who last, because we see it coming before it come. We see the deal go bad, we see the gun, we see the girl who is gonna break the heart, and we see the kid who is gonna fall apart. And we can say something, but nobody listen, so we just watch and we remember what is missing. And we are here still when the loud ones are gone. Sombras del Bulevar, and we carry on. Sombras del Bulevar, in every doorway, watching the world go by in the same slow way. Sombras del Bulevar, and they never speak, but they see the whole thing. Every day, every week, you pass them 1,000 times and never look, but they got you memorized like a page in a book. So nod when you pass, give a little respect. Sombras del Bulevar, and they will not forget.
En la sombra, en la puerta, en silencio,
In the shadow, in the doorway,
in silence. En la sombra, en la puerta, sin precio.
without a price, without a bit of violence. Now I got a shop in the family in the name, and I I still stand in the doorway sometimes the same way I did at 17, but different now. Not waiting for something, just watching how the boulevard breathe and who is on it tonight. And which of the young ones got the shadow in their sight. And I go to them slow and I stand there too. And I do not say much, just I see you. And sometimes that is enough, sometimes it ain't. But Sombras del Bulevar do not need a saint. They need another shadow who made it through to stand next to them and say, me too. And the old man is gone, now the doorway is bare. So I stand in the Sundays and I hold it there. For him, for me, for the one still low. Sombras del Bulevar, and I let them know. Sombras del Bulevar, in every doorway, watching the world go by in the same slow way. Sombras del Bulevar, and they never speak, but they see the whole thing. Every day, every week, you pass them 1,000 times and never look, but they got you memorized like a page in a book. So now when you pass, give a little respect. Sombras del Bulevar, and they will not forget. Doorway, 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 hood low, hood low. Sombras del Bulevar, and we see you, even when you do not see us. Espejo Retrovisor, rear view mirror, everything behind me is closer than it appears. Espejo Retrovisor, Espejo Retrovisor, Espejo Retrovisor. I check the mirror more than I check the road. Habit from the years when the past was a load that followed in the car with the lights turned off. And I learned to see it coming before it got close. Espejo Retrovisor, 3 inches of glass, and the whole of my life is in it as I pass. Every corner I ran from, every face I left, every version of me that I put to rest. They are all back, they are small and getting smaller, but they do not disappear, they just get taller. In the mind, in the night, when the road get long, Espejo Retrovisor and I hum a song to keep them quiet, to keep them in the frame, because the second I forget them, they come back the same size they was when they was in the seat. Espejo Retrovisor, and I keep my feet. Espejo Retrovisor, everything behind, closer than they looking to stay on my mind. Espejo Retrovisor, and I check it slow, not because I am scared, because I need to know where I came from and what is on my tail, so I can drive forward and I do not derail. The road ahead is mine, but the glass is true. Espejo Retrovisor, and I see it all through. My woman say, baby, stop looking back, you are gonna crash into something on the track. And she is right, I know I seen men do it, so busy watching the past that they drove right through it. Into a wall, into a life, into a hole, because the mirror took the eyes and the mirror took the soul. So I try, I do, to look ahead more, to see the kids in the house and the door. But a man like me, he cannot just stop, he just learned to glance instead of stare. That is the drop, from the obsession to the habit to the check. Espejo Retrovisor, and I hold my neck straight, mostly forward, mostly with a little glance back when the road get ghostly. And that is the balance, that is the deal. Espejo Retrovisor, and I hold the wheel. Retrovisor, the everything behind, closer than they looking to stay on my mind. Retrovisor, and I check it slow, not because I am scared, because I need to know where I came from and what is on my tail, so I can drive forward and I do not derail. The road ahead is mine, but the glass is true. Espejo Retrovisor, and I see it all through. Lo que dejaste atrás todavía te sigue. What you left behind still follows you. Lo que dejaste atrás, pero tú decides, but you decide, and that is what you do. And here is what I learned from 30 years of glass. The things in the mirror, they eventually pass. Not fast, not clean, but they get small. And one day you look and there is nothing at all, just the road behind you. And fitted long, and the faces are gone, and the fear is gone, and you almost missed them because they was yours. Espejo Retrovisor, and you closed the doors on the life you drove out of 1 mile at a time, and you did not even notice when you crossed the line. From running to driving, from fear to the road. Espejo Retrovisor, and you drop the low, so I still check it once in a while, slow, but mostly I am watching where the headlights go. And my daughter in the passenger seat asking why. Espejo Retrovisor, and I tell her that is where I used to lie. Espejo Retrovisor.
Retrovisor.
Everything behind, closer than the look and the stay on my mind.
Retrovisor.
And I check it slow, not because I am scared, because I need to know where I came from and what is on my tail, so I can drive forward and I do not derail. The road ahead is mine, but the glass is true. Espejo Retrovisor,
And I see it all through.
that glance. Do not stare. That Espejo Retrovisor.
And the road ahead is finally longer than the road behind.
Espejo Retrovisor. Lobo Solitario, lone wolf. They say it like it is a choice. It was never a choice. I did not pick the solo picked me. When the ones I ran with went to the ground of the sea, or the cell, or the valley, or the grave, or the wind. And I looked around one day and I was the only one in the car, the shop, the pew, the row. Lobo Solitario, when I did not know how to be alone, because I never had to be. Always had a crew, always had a we, and now it was just I, just me, just one. And the nights got long and the days got done without a single voice that knew the old me. Lobo Solitario, and I could not see how a man was supposed to walk without a pack. Had to check his own six, had to watch his own back. So I learned slow, one cold night at a time. Lobo Solitario, and I built my own climb. Lobo Solitario, and I walk alone, not because I want to, because they all went home. Lobo Solitario, and I hold my head for every one of them that is locked or dead. They say your wolf need a pack to survive, but I am still here and I am still alive. So maybe the pack is inside the chest. Lobo Solitario, and I carry the rest. People see me solo when they think I am hard, think I chose it, think I am on guard, and I am, but not the way they mean. I am on guard for the memories, the ones I seen. Of a table full of homies who ain't at the table, of a car full of noise that is not just cable. Static on the radio and the seat next to me. Lobo Solitario, and I let it be, because you cannot replace them. You cannot fill the chair with a new face just because the old one ain't there. So I keep the chairs empty and I sit with the ghosts, and I raise a glass to the ones I love the most. And it ain't sad, not exactly, it is more like a hymn, a quiet one, a slow one for them. Lobo Solitario, and I sing it every night in the empty chairs, listening, it is alright. Lobo Solitario, and I walk alone, not because I want to, because they all went home. Lobo Solitario, and I hold my head for every one of them that is locked or dead. They say a wolf need a pack to survive, but I am still here and I am still alive. So maybe the pack is inside the chest. Lobo Solitario, and I carry the rest.
Solo pero no vacío, solo pero de pie. Alone but not empty, alone but standing. Solo pero no vacío, y aquí me quedé. And here I stay, still commanding.
A young one asked me why I do not run with nobody, why I do not got a crew, why I do not got a body next to me at the shop or the store or the light. And I told them the truth, I said I had them right. I had a whole pack, the best you ever seen, and every one of them is gone from the scene. And I could go find new ones, I could build again, but it would not be them, it would just be men. And I'm not looking for men, I am looking for the ones who knew me at 15, who knew my mother, my sons, and they're gone. So I walk and I walk with them. Lobo Solitario, and that is the ham of the whole story. And he looked at me slow and he said, that is the saddest thing I know. And I said, no, mijo, sad is forgetting. Lobo Solitario, and I am still remembering. Lobo Solitario, and I walk alone, not because I want to, because they all went home. Lobo Solitario, and I hold my head for every one of them that is locked or dead. They say your wolf need the pack to survive, but I am still here and I am still alive. So maybe the pack is inside the chest. Lobo Solitario, and I carry the rest. Empty chest,
Full heart,
Lobo Solitario,
and I will keep walking until I catch up to them.
Recuerdos en la pared,
recuerdos en la pared.
memories on the wall.
Every photograph in this hallway
Is somebody who is not here.
My mother's hallway is a museum of the gone. Every frame of face, every face a song that nobody sing no more, but the pictures stay. Recuerdos en la pared, and I walk it every day. On the way to the kitchen, on the way to the door, and I nod at each one like I did before when they was alive. And I passed them in the street, my grandfather, my uncle, the homie with the feet too big for his shoes and the laugh too loud. All of them up there in the black and white crowd, watching me go by like they always did. Recuerdos en la pared since I was a kid, and my mother dust them every Sunday slow. Talks to them, I heard her when she think I do not know. Says, look at him, he made it, look at what he did. Recuerdos en la pared, and I am still her kid.
Recuerdos en la pared.
Every frame a name a story that will never be the same.
Recuerdos en la pared.
And they watch me pass every day of my life through the dusty glass. They do not say nothing, but they see it all. Every mistake I made and every time I did not fall. So I straighten up when I walk that hall.
Recuerdos en la pared.
And I give them my all. I married into that hallway, that is what it felt. First time he brought me home and I saw the belt. A photographs running from the door to the room, and he stopped at each one like a man at the tomb. And he told me the names and he told me the how, and I understood right then what I was marrying now. Not just a man but a whole line of ghosts, and every one of them was gonna be my host. And I was scared a little, I will not lie. All those eyes on the wall watching me go by, but his mother took my hand and she walked me down, and she said, Mi Hija, they are the reason he is around. They are the ones who taught him and the ones who failed, so he would not. And now you are part of the shell that hold them. And she put my picture up too. Recuerdos en la pared, and now I am there with you.
Recuerdos en la pared.
Every frame a story that will never be the same.
Recuerdos en la pared.
And they watch me pass every day of my life through the dusty glass. They do not say nothing, but they see it all. Every mistake I made and every time I did not fall. So I straighten up when I walk that hall.
Recuerdos en la pared.
And I give them my all.
Los que se fueron todavía están.
The ones who left,
The ones who left, they are still here.
los que se fueron,
Los que se fueron y nunca se irán.
they will never leave.
Year after year.
One day my picture gonna be on that wall, and my daughter gonna walk past it in the hall, and she gonna nod, I hope, the way I do, and she gonna tell her kids what her father knew and what he did not, and what he learned and how. And I want the picture to be a good one now, not the young me with the hard face and the stare, the older me on the porch with the gray in the hair, and the grandkid on the knee and the smile that came late. Recuerdos en la pared, and I do not want to wait, so I'm building it now. That picture, that face, one good day at a time, one small grace. So when she walked that hallway, she see a man who did what he could with the hand and the plan, and she straightened up too when she give it her all. Recuerdos en la pared, and I will watch her from the wall.
Recuerdos en la pared.
Every frame a story that will never be the same.
Recuerdos en la pared.
And they watch me pass every day of my life through the dusty glass. They do not say nothing, but they see it all. Every mistake I made and every time I did not fall. So I straighten up when I walk that hall.
Recuerdos en la pared.
And I give them my all. Dustin Sunday.
Say the names.
Recuerdos en la pared.
One day we will both be up there watching too.
Ley de la calle, law of the street, law of the street. There is a courthouse downtown, and there's a courthouse on the corner. The one downtown got the judge and the flag. The one on the corner got the viejo and the wagon. I will tell you which one I fear more. It ain't the one with the marble floor. Ley de la calle, it do not need the paper. It need a witness and a memory, and later it come for you slow. And a look in the door that do not open no more, in the store that do not serve you, in the night that stop in the whole block that turn his back at the top of the street when you walk, and you know why. Ley de la calle, and there is no reply, no appeal, no lawyer, no bail. Just a long slow sentence of the trail of people who remember what you did that night. Ley de la Calle, and it is always right. Ley de la Calle, harder than the court. No judge, no jury, no report. Ley de la Calle, and they never sleep. The block is the witness and the block is deep. You can beat the case, you can walk out clean, but the corner know exactly what it seems. So do right by the street before you do the state. Ley de la Calle, and it do not wait. I seen a man beat the case that everybody knew. Walked out the courthouse with the suit brand new, smiling for the cameras, hugging his mother, and the whole block watched from one side to the other. And he came home to the street and he stood on the porch, and nobody came, nobody lit the torch, nobody said welcome, nobody said hey, and the silence was louder than anything the judge could say. He lasted a month, then he moved away, because Ley de la Calle do not have a stay, it do not have a term, it do not have an end. It just quietly decides you was never a friend, and that is worse than the cell. I know I seen both. One is a door and one is a ghost, and the ghost follow you to whatever town. Ley de la Calle, it hold you down. Ley de la Calle, harder than the court. No judge, no jury, no report. Ley de la Calle, and it never sleep. The block is the witness and the block is deep. You can beat the case, you can walk out clean, but the corner know exactly what it seems. So do right by the street before you do the state. Ley de la Calle, and it do not wait. La calle juzga, la calle condena. The street judges, the street condemns. La calle juzga, pero también perdona. But it also forgives, and that is where it stands. But the same law that then can also lift. I seen it work the other way, the gift. A man who did his time and came home right, and said sorry to the mother, and stood in the light, and worked and paid, and showed up slow in the block watch, because the block always know. And one day the viejo on the corner nodded, and that was the verdict, and it was not plotted. Just earned 1 year at a time in the open. Ley de la Calle, and the door was reopened, and he walked through it, and the block walked with him. And that is the mercy in the law, that is the hymn. So I tell the young ones, the court is the court, but the street is the one where you make your report every single day. In the way you move, Ley de la Calle, and it is what you prove. Ley de la Calle, harder than the court. No judge, no jury, no report. Ley de la Calle, and it never sleep. The block is the witness and the block is deep. You can beat the case, you can walk out clean, but the corner know exactly what it seems. So do right by the street before you do the state. Ley de la Calle, and it do not wait. No marble, no flag. Ley de la Calle, and the sentence is however long the block decides. Humo del Motor, smoke from the engine. She been running hot since the 70s, and she still get me where I am going. Turn the key and she cough one time, then she catch and she settle and she start to climb into the idol with the rumble in the floor and a little bit of smoke from the tailpipe door. Humo del Motor, that is a hello. Been saying it since my father was a fellow with the same key and the same seat and the same little coffee for the beat. She ain't pretty like the new ones, ain't quiet, ain't clean, but she is the most honest thing I ever seen. She tell you when she tired, tell you when she cold, tell you when she needs something she never hold. A secret, never fake it, never pretend. Humo del Motor, and she is my friend, more than the people who smile and lie. She cough and she smoke and she never say goodbye. Humo del Motor, rising in the light. Every morning she wake up and she start the fight. Humo del Motor, and she keep on going. 50 years of running and she still ain't slowing. They say by new, they say let her go, but the thing that honest you do not throw. So I turn the key and I let her cough. Humo del Motor, and we roll off. My homie got the car that never make a sound, glides like a ghost, do not touch the ground. And he laugh at mine with the smoke and the shake, say viejo, when you gonna give her a break? And I say when she asks me, and she never do. She just cough and go, that is her whole view of life, of the road, of the morning, of the work. Humo del Motor, and she do not shirk. And this ghost car broke down last month on the freeway. Something with the computer, something with the relay. And he called me, and I came in the smoke, and I told him home, and it was not even a joke. He sat in my passenger seat with his head down, and she coughed once, and she took him to town, and he did not laugh no more. He just nodded slow. Humo del Motor, and now he know. Humo del Motor, rising in the light. Every morning she wake up and she start the fight. Humo del Motor. motor. And she keep on going. 50 years of running and she still ain't slowing. They say buy new, they say let her go. But that thing that honest you do not throw. So I turn the key and I let her cough. Humo del Motor. And we roll off. Vieja pero fiel. Vieja pero fuerte, oh but faithful, oh but strong. Vieja pero fiel, hasta la muerte, until death and it will be. And I think about my father when I hear a cough, because he coughed like that too near the end when he was off. The job and the strength and the walk and the ride, but he still got up every morning with the pride of a man who was old but was not done. Humo del Motor. And he was one of the honest ones, the ones who tell you plain, I am tired but I am here and I will take the strain. So when she cough I hear him and I do not mind. I let her warm up slow and I take my time. And I pat the dash and I say, okay viejo. And she settle into the idle and off we go. And my son asked me why I talk to the car. And I say me ho, she carried us this far. And she gon' carry you too when I am gone. Humo del Motor. And the smoke roll on. Humo del Motor. Rising in the light every morning she wake up and she start the fight. Humo del Motor. And she keep on going. 50 years of running and she still ain't slowing. They say buy new, they say let her go. But the thing that honest you do not throw. So I turn the key and I let her cough. Humo del Motor. And we roll off. Cough once, catch. Del Motor. And we got somewhere to be. Oh girl, let us go. Padre Ausente, absent father. I swore I would never be one, and that oath raised me more than he did. He left when I was 4. I do not remember his face, just a photograph and a hole in an empty space. At the table, at the game, at the school, at the door. Padre Ausente, and I felt it to the core. My mother never talked bad about him, not once. Just said he could not stay me ho, and that was the response to every question I had for 20 years. And I filled the hole with anger, and I filled it with tears, and I filled it mostly with the promise to myself that whatever I became, I would not be him. No wealth, no woman, no fear, no nothing would make me leave. A kid at the table with an empty sleeve, where a father should be, and I kept it that vow. Padre Ausente, he taught me how to be a father by being the one who was not, and that is a strange gift, but it is the one I got. Padre Ausente, the ghost at the table, everything he was not, I made myself able. Padre Ausente, and I turned it around. Every time he left, I stood my ground. So my kids will never know the empty chair. They will never wonder if their father is there, because he will be every day, every night. Padre Ausente made me get it right. He reached out once when I was 35, a letter, a number, said he was still alive. And he wanted to talk, wanted to explain, wanted to make it right after all the pain. And I sat with that letter for a real long time, and I thought about the games and the missing time, and I thought about my own kids down the hall. And I made a decision, and I made the call. And I did not scream at him, I did not curse, I just said thank you for the letter, but here is the verse. You taught me everything by teaching me nothing. You made me a father by being the one who was bluffing, and I forgive you, I do. I let it go, but I do not need you now. I needed you at 4, not at 35, no. And he was quiet and he said he understood. Padre Ausente, and maybe that did some good. Padre Ausente, the ghost at the table, everything he was not, I made myself able. Padre Ausente, and I turned it around. Every time he left, I stood my ground. So my kids will never know the empty chair. They will never wonder if the father is there, because he will be every day, every night. Padre Ausente made me get it right. El que se fue me enseñó a quedarme. The one who left taught me to stay. El que se fue sin siquiera abrazarme, without even hugging me, that was the way. He passed last year and I went to the service, stood in the back, a little nervous because I did not know what I was gonna feel for a man who was a ghost, who was never real, and there was maybe 10 people there all told, and they did not know me, and the room was cold, and I realized standing there that he died alone, Padre Ausente, and he reaped what he had sown, and I did not feel glad, I did not feel sad, I just felt the weight of everything he never had, the games he never saw, the hugs he never gave, the empty chairs that followed him to the grave, and I drove home slow, and I hugged my kids tight, and I sat at the table, and I felt the light of a full house, a full chair, a full name, Padre Ausente, and I broke the frame. Padre Ausente, the ghost at the table, everything he was not, I made myself able. Padre Ausente, and I turned it around. Every time he left, I stood my ground. So my kids will never know the empty chair. They will never wonder if their father is there, because he will be every day, every night. Padre Ausente made me get it right. Empty chair, never again. Padre Ausente, and my kids will never have to write this song. Cicatrices, scars. I got the map of my whole life on my body, and I stopped hiding it a long time ago. This one on my hand is from a fence when I was 10. This one on my arm is from a night I will not mention again. This one on my back I do not talk about at all. This one on my knee is from a bike and a fall. Cicatrices, everyone a date, everyone a story that I carry straight. Not proud, not ashamed, just true. A record of everything I've been through. When I used to cover them long sleeves in the heat, wear the pain like a secret, keep it discreet, because the scar is a admission, the scar is a sign that something got through the armor, something crossed the line. But I do not cover them no more, I let them show cicatrices, and I want them to know that a man can be marked and still be whole, that the scars are the receipts of a living soul.
Cicatrices,
all across the skin, everyone a battle that I did not always win.
cicatrices,
and I read them out because a man with no scars never figured out what he was made of. Never got tested, never bled, so I showed them in the daylight instead of hiding in the sleeve and the shame.
cicatrices,
And everyone a name. My daughter traced one on my arm when she was small. Said, Papa, does it hurt? And I said, not at all, not no more, mija. It hurt a long time ago. Now it is just a line, now it is just for show. And she said, show of what? And I had to think. And I said, show that your papa did not sink. When the water came, show that he came out. That is what a scar is really about. It ain't the wound is long gone. It is the proof that the healing carried on. That the skin came back together over the tears.
cicatrices,
And that is why I do not care who see them now, who judge, who stare, because every single one of them says I was there and I made it out, and I healed and I stand
cicatrices,
on the map of the man.
cicatrices,
All across the skin, everyone a battle that I did not always win.
cicatrices,
And I wear them out because a man with no scars never figured out what he was made of. Never got tested, never bled, so I showed them in the daylight instead of hiding in the sleeve and the shame.
cicatrices,
And everyone a name. Marcas de la vida, marcas de la lucha, marks of life, marks of the fight. Marcas de la vida, y la piel escucha, and the skin listens and it holds it tight. The newest one is not on the skin at all. It is the one from the year I watched my mother fall ill. So and I cannot fix it, cannot well, cannot fight it, cannot do nothing but held her hand through the worst of it, and that scar is inside where nobody see it, where the deep ones hide. And that is the thing about cicatrices, see, the ones on the skin are the easy ones to be. The hard ones are inside, where the dog that cannot trace, where the story do not show up on the face, but they are there and they heal too slow. And they made me softer and they made me know that every scar inside or out is the same, a place where I broke and I came back and I became more than I was before the tear.
cicatrices,
And I carry them everywhere,
cicatrices,
all across the skin. Everyone a battle that I did not always win.
cicatrices,
And I wear them out because a man with no scars never figured out what he was made of. Never got tested, never bled, so I showed them in the daylight instead of hiding in the sleep and the shame.
Cicatrices,
And everyone a name.
inside, outside. Cicatrices,
And every one of them is proof that I heal. Hasta el amanecer, until the dawn. 18 songs and the sun is coming up, and I'm still on the porch. I've been up all night with the pen in the page, pouring out the block and the years and the age of a man who was cold and got a little warm, who drove through the dark and came out the storm. Hasta el amanecer, that is how I write. Start at midnight and go into the light, because the truth come easier when the city sleep, when the phone stay quiet and the thoughts run deep. And I told you about the mercy in the frozen eyes, the boulevard shadows and the family ties, the father who left and the father I became, the scars and the smoke and the whole long game. And now the sun is coming up over the wire. Hasta el amanecer, and I am tired, but it is a good tide, the kind you earn when you finally say the things you were scared to learn.
hasta el amanecer,
I stayed up whole, pouring out the block and pouring out my soul.
hasta el amanecer.
And the sun come up on the man who finally filled his empty cup with the truth, with the words, with the whole long night. And I greet the morning and it feels alright. So let the light come slow over the street,
Hasta el amanecer.
and the record is complete. My woman came out with the coffee at 6, saw me on the porch with the pen and the fix of a man who could not sleep till the thing was done. And she did not fuss, she just brought me one cup black, and she sat down slow and she said, "You finish it?" And I said, "I think so." And we watched the sun come up over the block, over the church with the always wrong clock, over the shop and the wire and the palm trees, tired over everything I wrote, everything required a whole night to say. And she held my hand, hasta el amanecer, and she understand that a man like me got to get it out slow, got to wait for the dark to say what he know, and then greet the light when it finally said,
Hasta el amanecer,
and I go to bed.
hasta el amanecer,
I stayed up whole, pouring out the block and pouring out my soul.
hasta el amanecer.
And the sun come up on the man who finally filled his empty cup. The truth with the words, with the whole long night. And I greet the morning and it feels alright. So let the light come slow over the street,
Hasta el amanecer,
and the record is complete.
toda la noche,
Hasta el amanecer.
all night long,
Until the dawn.
toda la noche.
Y ahora puedo ver,
And now I can see.
and I
And I carry on.
So if you listen all the way to the end through the 18 songs, my friend, and you stayed up too, you wrote it with me from the midnight cold to the morning free. And I hope you found something in the words I laid, something true, something real, something that stayed with you. That's the last note into your own night.
Hasta el amanecer,
Be to your own life, because that is what it is for. All of it, the whole, not for me, for you, for your own soul. So you know you ain't alone in the dark you drive, so you know somebody else stayed up and survived. They greeted the morning with the truth finally out.
hasta el amanecer,
That is what it is about, so turn it off now. The sun is up, go rest,
hasta el amanecer,
and you passed the test.
hasta el amanecer,
I stayed up whole, pouring out the block and pouring out my soul.
hasta el amanecer.
And the sun come up on the man who finally filled his empty cup. The truth with the words, with the whole long night. And I greet the morning and it feels alright. So let the light come slow over the street,
Hasta el amanecer,
and the record is complete. Sun is up, record done.
Hasta el amanecer.
Go rest now, mi gente. We made it to the morning.